So I just wanted to title this podcast "My Senior Yearbook Quote," and there's a couple of them that I would have done if I would have taken a yearbook photo or had a quote, and there's a couple that I want to talk about and why, and what's been going through my mind, and why I'm like constantly thinking. I don't think like a traditional person. I think like I have my own method, and I've realized that I don't trust authority. I had to like really look, why don't I trust authority? And the reason why I don't trust authority is because people, it's like, not that they're narcissistic, but it's like even if you accomplished everything that you wanted, like it's just one of those things. I'm like, okay, so you do that. That's my problem with football. Okay, so you get like 10 rings. So what now? Like that's the only point. Like so what? So what now? So God's plan is like Superman. It's kind of one of the quotes I could use. Um, some people have been like Isaiah would have just put like dream big, or dream or dreamer, but I would have tried to be. I would have tried to been like finite with mine. My sister didn't have a good one, and I don't really agree with whoever approved of hers, but that's a bringer into it. But what's been going through my mind is it's like I just wanted to see people's perspective from me being outside. So I do all that stuff. What now? So I do all that stuff. What now? And I said stuff outside. These were just thoughts in the morning. And I said, if I have a black card, because I'm 26, if I have a black card, what makes you feel as if that you earn or deserve this black card? Not money, without being faithful to your job, faithful to your friends, faithful to your employer, your school. What makes you feel as if you deserve this black card? And write a paper on it. And that's a perspective. That's a genius code. That's probably going to spiral to the future because I'm like, that's crazy. Um, but I just want to know it. And it's not, I want to know it because I'm right or wrong. I just want to hear it so then everyone can hear that everyone's saying something different. And it shouldn't be different. It should be the same thing. And a lot of pastors are going to be like, oh, but it's not like that and all this stuff. I said, just why not, instead of you like getting angry at me for being out here, why don't you just take time to listen to the words coming out of people's mouths? And then if they want to be right, write a paper on it and then publish it in your blog. My brain is programmed to think that I'm only going to do something. And this is the reason people are like, oh, it's political things. I'd stay neutral. I stayed neutral on that, like the friction in the city concerning my beliefs. But my perspective was when I was in school, it wasn't for completion. When I was in school, it was literally to see how smart you were, and to see what you were good at, and then whatever you were good at in school, you were supposed to do that in real life. And I think a lot of people, instead of being honest and truthful with themselves and what they're not, or what they weren't good at, they focus on the opinions of others, and they focus on what's being popular or what's not being popular. So at a very young age, people saw that I was like gender neutral as a child, doing decisions that altered just I was a very competitive person, and I proved a lot of people wrong. But one more time, the issue I think people saw this when I was an Uber driver. One more time, if I do all that, so what now? Like if I do all of that, what now? And answer me that question. Because everything you're saying is like a probability or possibility that may not happen because they may shut down the United States of America tomorrow. So before they shut down metaphorically the United States of America tomorrow, they ban the NFL in 40 years. What if I do that? What now? The world becomes better. I destroyed the entire world. Everyone hated me because of it and started a revolution. People died because of it in a different country. Like, so what now? So I felt that, honestly, that if I was in music, that I could be my real self and my true self. And it was a humble and leveled version of myself versus the vain, narcissistic, only because it's right. You see how narcissistic people are for me trying to attain something like a Hall of Fame status. Then it's like, What if you actually achieve the Hall of Fame status? So I'm worried about the narcissistic, not like the narcissism that comes with the NFL, because it's and this is gonna hurt people. It's a made up sport. I want to laugh at coach and say, you did this for nothing. Like I want to laugh at him. Like honestly, like there's a part of me that wants to be in the Hall of Fame, and there's a part of me that doesn't want to be in the Hall of Fame. Like, and it's just to laugh at people. If this is made up. I want to tell them, like, your entire fan base, like, doesn't care about football. And I'm going to explain, like, a version of possibility. The future version of me could be like, Isaiah, we're 100% fake. We're never going to tell you how we really feel. We're just going to go with the flow, and we don't want to visit it. Don't talk to me. And in order for them to see, you would have to go back and write. That's why I document sometimes, like, the real true emotions, or I do music so you can see a real emotion. But it's just like so people can understand. It's like you have... I'm an emotionally driven person. I've been accused too early of being an emotional person. I'm an emotionally driven person. It's not emotion like I'm desiring to do something. It's the opposite. I'm like being detracted to do something else. So when you go into football, what do you see? Honestly, you see narcissists. You see it, like, and it's like don't. This is coming from someone that's doing music. You see, like, you didn't have to bench 600 narcissists. That's stupid. Every day, okay. What now? When you work out every single day, what now? Like, so like it's like I want to threaten coach. Like, do you reject nutrition? What happens when you like? What happens when it's every day? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, I want to like almost contest his brain, because you're acting as if like something's gonna happen when it's every single day. Like, I don't know. I think this is really what happened. I wasn't supposed to be a football player at all, and I'm an intelligent person in football, and I'm in like sheep's clothing, which makes me look like and I'm not. This sport, I'm going to tell you how I really feel, is not good for someone like me, because it forces you to believe that you're something that you're not. That's the only reason why I don't like football. It literally forces you to believe that you're something that you're not. Again, it is a made-up sport. Music is not made up. Music is genius. Music is imagination. They give you technology and tools. Football is made up. Why? Because they've made it into an opinion of a woman, an opinion of a consumer, an opinion of a hater, like not hater, like a critic. When ultimately, like Mac Miller, your opinion doesn't mean anything, because those people never did what you did. So anytime you get bigger because of a woman, or you get smaller because of a critic, or you change positions because of a hater, it's all made up. You changed your life and who you were and how you felt because of one person or 100,000 people. And reality is, I ultimately want you to understand, like, when I was 18, it's always about, like, I should have called this life or time is just a doorway. You have the ability to open a door, not football and not, it's a doorway. You have the ability to open a door, you have the ability to close a door, and you have the ability to lock a door. Lock a door. Lock a door means you throw people in prison. Lock means you cut people off permanently. My dad's done this, and that's why I'm getting angry. My dad doesn't have any friends. He locked the door on people. They can't go anywhere near him. They're not allowed to, according to the law. That's his property. You come on his property, it's a reality. You're not supposed to be on his property. And if you don't like it, that door's been closed. You should have went through that door with him. Or you get right early, or you get left. So this is going to probably piss off a lot of people. One more time. I am top 10 on paper. I'm top 10, and like I'm one of the smartest people. That's why they give me the time of day. I'm one of the smartest, actively smartest students, because I'm still on paper as a student. Smartest student studying like time, like, and what they'll say is my understanding of it is perfect. You're not an alpha to this generation. You're an alpha to the entire human population. So when you look at Beethoven, I'm more prolific than Beethoven. When you look at my spread or fan base in time, my fan base may be infinite, and you just don't know it. So for me to care about the words of people in 2023, I haven't even lived in 2025, 2050 yet. So I'm just like, just one more time. you have this is going to be for the future now. There were really, really, really persistent people who thought that when they lived their whole entire life, that like the next century was going to care about them, and they rejected them. One more time. This is for like the future. This is time capsule in time, and they always look back, or everyone's looking back. There were people that were God 100% for certain, not failure or anything. They were 100% sure to God. Just sure that if they were persistent for 100 years doing what they were doing, that the next century was going to care. Or we're going to accept them, and they got rejected. They thought that's how life or God or whatever it was worked. They were persistent. I've seen a lot of people like this. They were persistent. I want you. This isn't like a start your own league thing. One more time. This probably answers a question. And there were people that honestly, truthfully, were persistent. Like I said, my version of reality was you just have to go and let's say something happens in the sheriff's office, and everyone's scared, and then someone walks in there, and that's the reason why something happens in life. Then it's like, oh, MIT is the reason why something happens in life. Those are two different perspectives. Not friend. One more time. There's people that are like, I'm in charge, and I'm a false prophet, because that's what people are realizing in the future. They're false prophets. We're going to discredit these people. There are something happened in the sheriff's office across the street, and then everyone's scared. And then someone comes in and goes or does something, and then that's why something happens in the future to that person, or like that's the reason why they're hired. Not MIT, I went to MIT. So my perspective is action. It's not narcissism. It's not football. I hate that. It's not women telling and talking for you. It's your actions. Your action. Not words, actions. That's why I said, if you do something every single day, what if in the future? So I'm really paranoid about the decisions that people are going to make in the future. So I know Elon Musk is the same way. A lot of people will say Isaiah's political view is finite, and it's not today. It's in the future. Like, he's really trying to contrast with like a different time. So the issue in this generation is Isaiah is Christian. And I said, this Christian isn't Christian. Stop lying to me. It is pagan. It is wrong. So when I agree with Christianity today, this is like the fake Christianity of you just come here just because everyone comes here. Christianity. That's not a shot to today. I'm just saying, if you were to look back at yourself, you'd say, that's why you were a Christian. So my decisions were to show love, true love. My decisions was to be free, have free music, and not to give like a free, love is a free gift. So that's why I think I am getting praised by making these decisions, not only in real time finite, but to the future. One more time, there's a thing, some people say Christianity, or the pastor, I want to say one more time, there are the Christianity today, I'm not singling out this city, I'm saying, if they look back, you have to be honest with yourself. Was this the Christian of action Christian, or was this the Christian in general, like United States, where you just did it just because everyone did it? Those are two different things, not fake, not fake, not like that conversation of when you look back, was this the real thing, or was this counterfeit? Because I'm showing, because they're like unholy matches. See, but you're projecting fake. That's why I say the false prophets. True love is what? Holy. So not that you have to be a real Christian because your dad could have money, it could be arranged marriage. That fake. I'm just saying, when you see all this, these songs, they'll say this is free. This is true love, or this is real passion. So in the box of the universe of God, this is true. This was honest, like his intentions in music. And don't get mad at like all the artists, but I'm saying, just think of it. One more time, this will just spread. It's all genius code. When they look back in time, just in general, when they look back, don't think like we're all human, but when they think back, was this really Christian? Not like, oh, perfection, what I just said.